Hi everybody. Today we're going to talk about Anuradha Nakshatra. Anuradha is in the sign of Scorpio, and it goes from 3 degrees and 20 minutes to 16 degrees and 40 minutes. It's the 17th nakshatra. Anuradha is ruled by Saturn or Shani. The ruling deity is Mitra, or some people say Radha. The symbol of Anuradha is the triumphant gateway or the marriage archway. The translation of Anuradha is meaning following Radha, one of the gopis of Krishna. Anuradha is a male nakshatra, and its guna is tamasic. Anuradha's nature is soft, mild, and tender. The element is fire. Anuradha's caste is a Shudra, or low caste. And the animal is a female deer. Anuradha Nakshatra is of course, it's ruled by Radha and Mitra. And Mitra was the god of friendship and compassion. So these people with this nakshatra are probably, in my opinion, the nicest people. This nakshatra holds the friendliest people. They're really kind and compassionate, tender, kind of like the animal, like the female deer. Just really soft and really easy to get along with. People with Anuradha, they're really easily, they are, when they're with you, they're devoted to you, whether it's in friendship or marriage, or if they're just spiritual. Everything they do has an element of devotion in it. They have, most of the time, these natives, they have a really sensitive interior, but they have a really tough exterior. They have a lot of cosmic energy. They're really successful in foreign countries, it seems like, because they're easily adaptable, and people like them. Let's see how we're going to start this. Well, we'll start with the compatibility first with Anuradha. So Anuradha's compatibility is, it goes really well, of course, with Shani nakshatras. So that's Pushya, Anuradha's, of course, and Uttarabhadra's. Also get along with Shukra nakshatras, those nakshatras with Venus. So that's Bharani, Purva Falguni, and Purva Ashada. Also very compatible with Buddha. A lot of people, they usually, they usually say that Shani and Buddha usually don't make a good combination, but they actually do. So So that includes Ashlesha, Jeshta, and Revati nakshatras. Some of the people that they're neutral with are the Brihaspati planets. So that's Purnavasu, Vishaka, and Purva Bhadrapa. I know I'm saying that wrong. Purva Bhadra. And the uneasy relationships with Anuradha Nakshatra are the nakshatras of Chandra. So that's Rohini, Hasta, Shravana. And the planets with Mongol or Mars. So that's Marigashara, Chitra, and Dhanishta. Also, some uneasy planets are with Rahu and Ketu. So that's your Arudra, Swati, Shatabishta, Ashwini, Mula, and Magha. And the most challenging are those with Surya, or the sun. So that's Kritika, Uttar Falguni, and Uttar Ashada. So some of the other characteristics with this nakshatra is that they're orderly and really lawful in their behavior. So even though they're really kind and generous and they get along with most people, at the same time, they maintain that order and they're really lawful when they do it. Because planets ruled by Shani, they usually end up being like that. Sometimes people with Anuradha, they may be really, like I said, devoted, but that doesn't mean that the other person's going to be devoted also. So a lot of times, since this devotion is so strong in these natives, they find that, you know, sometimes their counterpart doesn't feel the same way. So whether that's in a work relationship or friendships or any type of relationship, they can find that that happening. But Anuradha is known to be like the star of success. Sorry, the star of success. Anuradha is oftentimes not only symbolized by the archway, but the lotus flower, meaning that this native has the ability to blossom in life in any situation. What other things are really good? Like I said, they make really good friends. They're probably, I've met a lot of people, and Anuradha is just the most nicest people. I'm trying to think of somebody some famous person that had Anuradha, and I can't think of one right off the hand. But I mean, if you just kind of think of Radha and how she was, you know, she was so devoted to Krishna, but at the same time, she still followed the rules. Like, she would often give advice to the other gopis, you know. Like, there was a time where there was one gopi who wanted to put on, she got a new dress to please Krishna. And so Krishna was sleeping, and she, as a gopi, you're supposed to only do things to please God and not yourself. And so she had wanted to wake up Krishna to show him her dress, to please him. And so she had taken like a small peacock feather and like was gonna rub it on, under his nose, under Krishna's nose, to wake him up. But then Radha had said, like she told the other gopi that, by doing this, you're trying to get your own self-satisfaction rather than trying to appease God. So, even though she was really devoted, she was still really orderly and, followed the laws and everything. And some of the strengths with these natives is that, they're fun-loving, they're healthy, attractive, they're really interested in things like ritual knowledge and ancient knowledge. They're energetic, and they're so nice, and they're cooperative with everybody. Sometimes though, if the Anuradha Nakshatra, that planet, is malefic, or it's getting aspected poorly, well, not so much that, but more as long as it's a malefic, and if there's, other things going on in the whole chart. Sometimes that Anuradha could get deceitful and antisocial. They could even get hot-tempered. They could get jealous. And even if it's really malefic, they could become immoral and not devoted. Sometimes with males, a lot of the males, they usually have really beautiful, nice eyes. They do get bothered with small problems a lot of the time. And sometimes they even get frustrated. A lot of times, sometimes males, they have quite a few failures before reaching the end point, and getting over the hurdles in life. And the females, on the other hand, they seem to catch the attention of a lot of people. They're usually attractive in their looks, but they never look arrogant. They're just naturally attractive. Like when you see a deer, like they can't help it but be, beautiful and majestic. The girl natives usually like the simple life. They don't need a lot of extravagant things. They're usually really graceful and selfless and amicable. They also respect elderly people, not only people like of their own age, but people that are elderly as well. And let's see, what else can we say about Anuradha? Like I said, they are so nice. This is a nakshatra to be proud of. It's a really good nakshatra. You think with, Shani being the ruler, it would have more, darker qualities, but this one has a lot of really bright qualities, even though it's ruled by Shani, which tends to be more of a rule-oriented and kind of, a little bit of a darker shade there. But every time I think of Anuradha, I think of, that mauve pink, it's like not bright fluorescent pink or fuchsia, but that, like that plum or that, mauve pink. Just a really nice, gentle, graceful nakshatra. A lot of times, when there's a problem, in work or your social situation, most people like to, run away from that. But Anuradha people, they like to get into the middle of it and impose some order there. So there is a little bit of Shani coming out in that effect, just like that situation with the gopi. She saw the opportunity to, put some order in, and she did. So, that element of Shani is still coming in. And see if I can think of something else before we close this one up. Anuradha people, they like working with other people, especially in like social work, something that will like help people become better. So they're really good at like, helping victims, become more stabilized after a traumatic event. These people, they really have the ability to blossom in any life situation. And they're just so friendly, like I said. And of course that's because of the Anuradha, or because of Radha and the Mitra elements inside this nakshatra. They're really fun-loving, clever, and witty also. And of course the devotion is probably one of the biggest characteristics of this nakshatra. So folks, that is all I have today on Anuradha. I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed giving it. Thank you. Have a great night.